We're going to make a wreath bow using the 2.5 inch burlap and denim and the ladybug ribbon. Now the burlap ribbon is a little harder to make bows out of than other ribbon, and I'm going to tell you I'm not an expert bow maker. So what I'm going to use today is this Bowdabra. It's just a little plastic bow maker. This is the Bowdabra part. You get this and a little wand, and then my husband made this board for me with some measurements on it. So I'm going to use that. A lot of people can just hand tie a wreath bow, but that's not really something that I can do easily. So this is how I'm going to make my bow. I'm going to decide on the length of my tails. So I'm going to cut a piece that's about 36 inches close to it. And then I'm going to put that right in the center of the bow maker with the right side of the ribbon up. I'm just going to pull those down to the front. I'm also going to use the same width, same length in the ladybug ribbon. We'll finish off those tails when we get finished, and it goes right on top of that, right side up. Now, I'm going to take a large zip tie, and I'm going to slide that. That's going to go under my ribbons. That's how I'm going to secure my ribbon when I'm done. So I'm putting that zip tie underneath my tails. And then next, I'm going to start making my loops. And I'm just going to put about 3 inches or so on one side. I'm going to twist my ribbon because I want my loop to be right side up. Let's start over because I need both ribbons at the same time. So I'm going to just start with the short end, put the ribbon in, twist it, and then I'm going to make my loop. Now I have markings on my board. I'm going to make my bow about 12 inches. So there's my 12-inch mark. I'm going to press that down. It's very bulky. And then I'm going to twist it so that when I make my loop on the left side, the right side will be up. Take that little wand and kind of press it down. And then I'm going to come on. This time I'm going to make a little shorter loop. Twist it. Going to make this loop about 1.5 inches shorter than that first loop. Twist it. Okay, now I have 2 loops on each side, and now I have to finish. So I'm going to have to twist it again and make my center loop, and it's going to be shorter, smaller, about like that. Okay, now I'm ready to end off my ribbon. I'm just going to cut that, leaving a tail about an inch or two. We'll cover that up in a minute. Take the wand and press it down as much as I can. Now remember, I had my zip tie under there, so I'm going to ease my stack of ribbons out, trying to keep them stacked right on top of each other. Now, I'm going to put my zip tie around that whole bundle. Flip it over to the back. Now then, before I secure my zip tie, I'm going to take a little piece of floral wire and fit it under that zip tie so that I'll have something to secure my bow to the wreath with. Secure my zip tie. Pull that as tight as I can. Keep my ribbon stacked straight on top of each other, my loops. Then cut off that zip tie. Then I have a wire to attach my ribbon, my bow with. Now we're going to go back to the front. We have tails that are right side out coming down the front, and we have our center loop. And this was that little short end where we started our bow. I'm going to cut that off and make that a little shorter. Don't want to cut it off so short that I cause my bow to pull out, but I need to be able to cover that up with that center loop like that. Also, the back, that's where we started, and I'm going to cut that loop off also, or that tail, make it a little shorter. And then I'm just going to fluff out my ribbons. Doing the same on both sides. So now we have a wreath bow. I'm going to take the tails and chevron the ends of those. To the work with frame with that wire